Welcome to the Scoop Zone, where our panel discusses the most recent entertainment scoops from Mikey Sutton's Geekosity.com. And now, your hosts, Keith and Gary. Right, I'm all done here.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Scoop Zone. I'm Gary, that's Keith, and stacked underneath him is Arwen, and at the very bottom is 24/7 Fusion Media. There's no order to this that's on purpose. This is how it happens. Because 24 is essential to this show, and so is Sil Abdul, who is not here today. His work schedule has changed, and we're going to try to find a way to work this out because I can't imagine doing this show without him. And so we'll figure it out. But until then, worst Scoop Zone ever. So there you go. And right off the bat, let's get into this with Ezra Miller because, man, this has been on the news for almost 2 weeks. And some of the rumors, and I trust these rumors, were that Zaslav was raging through the studios that he could not believe that this fucker hadn't been fired. And he was looking for Toby Emmerich. Where are you?
They call you Toby.
That's a Roots reference for you who don't fucking know shit. So it's like he was raging, threatened to shelve the movie, but thankfully cooler heads prevailed. And so we are hearing that Ezra Miller won't be recast in The Flash. This is by Mikey Sutton, and once again, we believe in Mikey Sutton. Warner Brothers Discovery will not recast Ezra Miller in The Flash. The decision seems to be final now. A rumor circulated that Warner Brothers Discovery would replace Ezra with Dylan O'Brien, which is a good choice in my opinion. However, Variety writer Adam B. Very debunked the gossip on Twitter. Very and explained there. I'm not going to go to it, but the quote is, "It is also worth noting that The Flash finished shooting months ago, and Ezra Miller plays multiple versions." This is what Mikey said, why the shelving was essential if he was going to end it, was that there's no way of bringing somebody in to replace him because he's playing multiple roles. And I get it. So this report falls in line with what I scooped on April 20th. Warner Brothers Discovery can't afford to cut Ezra Miller out of The Flash. After all, The Flash has a price tag right now at $200 million. You know, that's the kind of thing that Kathleen Kennedy would do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying she's a fucking idiot, but I am. I'm saying Kathleen Kennedy's a fucking idiot. Sorry.
You know what? After what they said at Midnight's Edge, the main reason why our friends at Midnight's Edge.
You mean Tom and Andre? They have a show?
Tom and they do.
No way.
And I follow that show, and they recently had a report that after the last incident with Ezra Miller, that Toby Emmerich put his neck out for Ezra and guaranteed that there wouldn't be any more problems after the last incident.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow.
So
that's like me as a kid. I wouldn't try to get into the cookies again. I swear, Mom, I won't do it again. Whatever. Look, clearly there's some mental illness going on here. There's shit.
Of course, and Toby's like,
can't control that.
What? I would almost feel sorry for Toby, but then I realized it's Toby. So,
well, yeah, I mean.
Okay, I have a question. I have a question about this though.
Yeah.
How in the hell are the studio's insurance going to be willing to cover this guy? I mean, people have been fired, or okay, maybe not fired, but released for less.
I like it when you said fired. Been fired.
Because the insurance is like, no way in hell. You know, they're unstable. They're not dependable. We could be. So how does that work?
At this point,
I got to say,
at this point, it's all damage control.
That's all it is. Exactly. It's what I was getting ready to say to you. It's like at this point, they're just trying to like get out of this as cleanly as possible. I mean, this is a fucking red wedding, and despite his 4-year contract, his new 4-year contract, I absolutely predict that before the end of the year, Toby Emmerich's head will roll, and he will. Fuck that guy. Your thoughts, 24?
No, I was just thinking like shit. This whole thing with Ezra Miller. Yeah, you know, you can understand that. Hey, they're not gonna, you know, they spent $200 million on this. He played multiple roles. It's I guess it's a little bit more difficult than the Back to the Future thing, where it was one guy playing one role, you just replacing one guy, and then a lot of a lot of shots were taken with you just seeing him from like the back, or you just seeing his hands or some shit. So it's like you know it's easy to do a replacement deal on that.
Yeah.
But then when you talk about a person playing, but here when you talk about playing 3 roles, one with long hair, one with short hair, one that's a kid.
Yeah, they de-aged him. It's weird.
Yeah, so it's like it's so just imagine the de-aging. Come on, man. You know how much, dude. I mean, when a YouTuber does it,
yeah,
of course they could pull it off and it don't cost shit because he's just doing it from his fucking from his living room or some shit. But then when you talk about the studios doing it, they charging a shitload of money. I mean, you just think about how they fucked up with Cavill's mustache.
Oh my god, yeah.
So I'm just saying. So basically, what I'm saying is, when something like that costs that much money, and you're talking about replacing the actor,
mustache gate,
dude. I mean, it's just one of those things that it's like you might as well just try to fucking wing him through this shit, and hopefully he comes out decent on the other side after he's taken a step back, looked at what he's done. See, the thing is, maybe. And I'm just speaking out of speculation, but maybe this is one of those times that hopefully somebody has just pulled him to the side and say, "Hey, man, look, man, you worked so hard to get here. Seen everything that you've done. You know, the one thing that I have to say is when it comes to his part in this Flash movie, I've heard nothing but great things about his. You know, as much as like he's been fucking up, and even me. I'm to the point where I'm like, how the fuck can you guys keep dealing with this shit?
I'm fine with him as the Flash myself. My only issue with him is he doesn't know how to run.
I was gonna say
so
no. Well, yeah, I mean,
I've manipulate him.
I've heard about all that.
I've only seen one worse run, and it's Steven Seagal, the real one. I mean, that guy runs with one arm flopping out to the other side.
And actually, I've heard how it's like for some reason in his lifetime. He never had to really run for shit. So when he was actually posed to actually have to run, holy shit! You talking about Steven Seagal? I mean, his arms are flailing, his legs are all over the fucking place. I like, man. I hope you get there and safely.
See the hands?
Pre or post the birth?
I mean, he's one with the water. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's one with the water. He's
air swimming.
Come on. Come on.
Here's my thing. I'm thinking about all of the stuff you're going to have to do to promote the film. All the interviews, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
so it looks like you're going to have to depend on Michael Keaton and Casey Clemens, his co-stars.
Because you know as well as I do,
man,
at any press junket,
they're going to ask.
Nobody is going to avoid that question.
That's right. After as many times as he's messed up, I wouldn't even put him out there.
You know.
No. I agree.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen him do an interview when they did the original Justice League movie? He was.
Oh yeah, he was all kinds of.
No. Did you see him with Gal Gadot? And he was like, "Hey, save this one thing for me." She was like, "What's that?" And he was like, something against the patriarchy." She kind of looked at him, And she said, "Do you really want me to say that?" And he was like, "Yeah." And she said something. She didn't exactly quote him word for word because she knew that if she was to fucking take the words out of his mouth, dude, and she was so uncomfortable saying it. And when she said it in her own way, he was like, "Yeah." So this guy is like, he gets it's like he gets a hard on for being an SJW on like the yeah, like on the 10th power, man. It's like this dude is on some other shit, man. And
well, I also think
it's like for the way that his personality is. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, adding to it, I said I also think that he has a problem with women. I don't think he likes women. I think he hates women.
Right. You know, I think he can.
Yeah.
I think he can. I think he can deal with or respect a woman to a degree, and I think after that degree, he's like, "Fuck y'all, I'll beat you. Like I'll cut a bitch." Like you said, he don't care.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Yo, he don't care.
That would also explain why he, I think he also felt uncomfortable doing that weird scene with Gal Gadot in Justice League. The joke where he had to land on top of her.
And yet, though, we know that he's got a girlfriend or had one.
I mean, that was the best part of the movie.
What she's been saying, because Stephen and I covered it twice, that she's been saying that he's an abuser, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of the shit she says is in question, her photo proof. But the fact is, he's bullshitted people. He fucking had a relationship with this woman. He was having a serious relationship with this woman. I think it's a gimmick to some of these fucking people. And that's why I don't like, I don't like tokenism. I don't like virtue signaling. I think it's all phony. And
so basically, with
Polly today.
Wait. So basically, so what you're saying is you think that while he's pushing this they/them shit, that he got this girl and he got this girlfriend and shit. But I heard that a lot of people do that shit just to get into Hollywood.
Oh, I have no question about it.
Like a lot of people just fucking they're thinking that they're bi.
These people are paid phonies. That's what they are. They're paid phonies. Right. It's their job is to be phony. And so for them to do something phony to get the job to be a phony, come on. I call
and it's not just actors. It's also people behind the scenes. Again, Benioff and Weiss. Good example of two guys that BS their way into a major position. And even after HBO found out.
Of Game of Thrones kind of revealed, open that curtain, go, those guys operating everything, they're idiots.
HBO did find out. That's the reason why they surrounded them with all that talented people. They knew what they had. But I think part of it is the fact that I think it was Benioff, whose dad is one of those major hedge fund guys who funds Hollywood. He runs a bank that many people in Hollywood, big studios use. So, of course, HBO was going to go, yeah, sure, you can run the show. I mean, what are you going to do, say no and then be frozen out or have, So I can see that.
Right.
But, man.
I do have a question. Arwen, are you coming out in this video? Because I see some pussy behind you.
Oh, I'm surrounded by pussy. I've got kittens down here. I got grown cats over there. One behind
you crazy old cat lady.
Pussy house.
That's why you like Ezra Miller.
Ew.
No. Don't get it twisted, Gary. Now hang on. There's a little cat crazy and there's that shit. Get away from me. I want nothing to do with you crazy. All right.
Let's move on to the next one.
She has a thing for guys that like women. Like women.
Actually like women, yes.
Exactly. It's essential. Must like cat ladies. Other villains for Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight have been revealed. This one, of course, is by Joy Lynn Francisco. Even Mikey Sutton can't pronounce her name. He's like, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to even fucking try.
Rohanag.
I said, would you tell her to stop using it? She's not going to.
Fronog.
She's proud of that name.
My maiden name is similar, so that's why I'm like, okay, I got it.
So let's see. What does Joy say? She says Oscar Isaac's Moon Knight had considered other villains, as the series writer reveals with Arthur Harrow, was not the first choice. Marvel Studios' latest Disney Plus series, Moon Knight, which I thought crapped out. It was an absolute dismal failure by the end. Just aired the finale, and it's I can't read those words. I do not agree with that at all. The first superhero in the MCU with dissociative identity disorder. And it's not. That's wrong. That is not what's going on.
Hawk Girl.
You know, it's not disassociative. What's going on here is a creation of alternate egos in order to deal with post-traumatic stress.
You mean somebody's personal trauma from their childhood? Wow. Yeah.
So spoilers ahead. So please proceed in your own accord. Look, I've already watched the entire series, and people who haven't watched it, that's your tough noogies. You should have watched it. Stephen Grant and Mark Spector, Oscar Isaac, are personalities in one body. Initially, Spector is Egyptian god Khonshu avatar. He has the mission to stop Arthur Harrow from releasing another god, the goddess Amit. Is that right? Or Amit?
Yeah,
Amit. Yeah.
This must be prevented because Amit means to pass judgment to the world for her rule. Oscar Isaac deserves... Well, I don't know where to go with this. But some of the other characters... are we going to see some of these characters here? What are we talking... That's really kind of a... I don't know. May Kalamawi is the amazing Layla El Fowley. Mark Spector's estranged wife. I found that very disappointing. It really was a bait and switch, and it shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't have been.
And they gender flipped the character. I mean, the god is actually a male. So I'm like, whatever, guys. I don't see it. I mean, Bushman was in the first couple versions of the script, for sure, and we tried to have several different versions of him. Ultimately, I was the one to make a decision to axe Bushman. I went to Marvel and said, I'm not comfortable with this. Can we take him out and talk about different versions? And they were always really supportive. And, of course, that's by Slater, Jeremy Slater, that said that. I think they made some mistakes with this show, some massive ones. It was so promising. And... just it's like somebody handing you a balloon and you think, oh, and then you like let go of it and it falls to the floor. It's not the kind that floats.
And then you say, ta-da.
Like. No helium.
I've done it.
Air.
But no, here's the thing. You had a character who one of the personalities was basically a rich guy with a butler.
Right.
And another personality was a cab driver, and the third was a former mercenary. So, for those of you who have seen Moon Knight, what doesn't fit? What in what they presented on Disney Plus doesn't fit? Well, the whole weak character trait that they gave to one of the personalities, and
he was one of the strongest in the comics and coolest.
And well, that's the one that was the rich guy with the butler. And it's just like, it makes sense that if you're going to go around the world fighting crime, that you'd have to have the money and the resources.
Yeah.
So the way they presented the character here, it's pretty much it. But even that Bruce Wayne persona was false. I mean, ultimately,
I said that Kevin Feige is a chicken shit. He's a coward. And that's why the show went the way it went. He's a complete fucking coward.
I just think that all of that stuff with James Gunn, obviously James Gunn was meant to be a much bigger part of Phase 4 and beyond than a lot of us knew. Because I cannot, I'm sitting here watching this show, being a fan of Moon Knight for decades, and I can't believe what I'm watching. And it's just...
Hey, let me ask you something. is Moon Knight. He's the new iteration of Moon Knight, right?
Yeah.
Look, because I remember the original. I remember the original Moon Knight, and this is not the original Moon Knight. I don't give a fuck which personality he has. None of them is what
none of them were
Moon Knight is when he first stepped on the comic book scene. None of this shit is.
Yeah, they absolutely. This has nothing to do with any of the two major runs of Moon Knight.
So who gives a fuck about this version of Moon Knight?
Well, that's
and
the
he's
thing.
trash anyway.
I mean, we lost Keith pretty early on when he realized what they were doing, but I held out hope that maybe we'll see something, and then it didn't happen, and instead, they show that she's the hero of the story, and not Moon Knight.
You know, that sounds like Doctor Strange,
doesn't it?
Too.
Yeah,
that sounds like it's a reoccurring theme.
It is. I mean, it's almost impressive how determined they are to say to hell with any kind of original source. We're just gonna,
And as a female, what do you think about the MCU?
Oh, I think it's shit. I'm sorry. Just because
it's not about your gender,
anatomy than
it's
y'all
about
do
quality storytelling.
Yeah. I'm like,
that's a T-shirt.
There's no magical vagina here. That
that is a shirt. Let's do that
go,
one.
Woo!
I'm gonna get a shirt that says that it's not about gender. It's about good storytelling.
It is. It's very true. It's very.
And
true.
also quoting Arwen, I think it's shit.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do.
like
you know what? Because I don't watch this stuff for a gender. One of my favorite characters in the world, or let me put it this way, maybe not my favorite, but one I can really relate to is Frodo Baggins. I am neither a male nor a hobbit. But he goes through some stuff and some trials that I can relate to. And it's got nothing to do with gender. If you've got good story writing,
exactly, because I always bring up
you're gonna be
the
good.
Falcon, growing up. Not Steve Rogers. Fucking the Falcon was my hero growing up.
Yeah.
That was my favorite character. I didn't start following other comic book characters. Well, Batman, obviously, but early on. But Falcon was the shit for me. And his color had nothing to do with it. It had to do with that was a cool fucking character. He had wings under his arms, and he had a fucking bird. A bird that went with him.
Let me ask you this: did you get you remember when it came out with the Secret Wars action figures?
Yeah, I did not like them.
Come on, they have Falcon
figures.
What you mean? They all had shields.
I wasn't into the toys at all during. You got to remember, Secret Wars is why I stopped reading comics. Not because I didn't enjoy part of it, because I enjoyed. There were three major things. Two of them being what happens with Tony Stark, and I also really liked what happened to Spider-Man and meeting Venom. Venom, the introduction of Venom.
Did you like the Falcon action figure?
I liked the one that came out in the 90s, and I thought it was pretty cool. That one came out with the wings underneath, the folding wings.
You didn't even like the Mego Falcon?
Hold on a second. Let me go look. Mego Falcon.
I just think that the whole thing was a missed opportunity because, as I've been saying, I've been noting.
No, I like that one. Yes. I had that one. Then I saw it. Yeah, I had that one. Yeah, because I liked the Mego toys a lot as a kid. I had all of them, including the Star Trek ones. I had all the Mego Star Trek, all the Mego Marvel, DC. Mego was the shit in the late 60s, early 70s, man.
Yeah, it was.
Although they had two different Batmans, and I'm still not sure which one I liked more. They had the one with the Batman mask molded onto the head. Right. It was one piece. And then they had one that was Bruce Wayne, and you put the cowl on top. I'm so fucking cool as a kid. I'm like, because I had the Batcave.
Did you like the one with the magnets on the hands?
I never got that one.
What's wrong?
I didn't get that one.
Come on.
I know that I pissed my dad off once when I was 9. I was 9 years old, and I was celebrating this neighbor girl's birthday.
Oh.
And I went out and took my money, and I bought Amigo Spider-Man for her. And my dad got so mad.
He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's like, she's not gonna like that. I said, but I like it. And he goes, exactly. That's why you got it, because you know she'll let you play with it. No, I would totally did it for that reason.
Of course.
He busted me good on that
Never
one.
thought any different.
They swatted my ass for that too. I got a ass beating for that. You know,
Life lessons with
it
Gary.
was very selfish for me to do it. But hey, let's move on to the next one because I'm very engaged with this story. Everybody knows that even though Script Doctor and I don't agree on John Krasinski at all, but I agree with 90% of what Script Doctor says, but I just can't agree with him on this. I fucking love John Krasinski. I love.
What does Script Doctor say?
He thinks that he can only play one character, and I'm like, I don't have a problem with that because Harrison Ford can only play Harrison Ford. Actors most often are just playing themselves on screen. John Goodman is always John Goodman, unless he gets a
John Wayne
role.
was always John Wayne.
John Wayne was always John Wayne.
No,
even when you watch his, in my opinion, greatest role of all time, not Hondo, but
True Grit.
The Searchers.
The Searchers. Yeah, I got that. Matter of fact, I got to
he still comes through in that role there, but I have never seen him play a dark version of himself, and that was a dark fucking John Wayne. If you've never seen The Searchers, fucking go watch that movie.
What about True Grit?
Because I thought he was going to kill that girl. I thought for sure he was going to kill her. I got all emotional. Oh, don't do it, John Wayne.
That's John Wayne.
Don't do it, John Wayne. Don't kill her.
What about True Grit?
True Grit's a great film. No, absolutely. But the performances in that film are really everybody around him. John Wayne is playing a comical version of John Wayne. I mean, he's good at it. It's in so many ways. It's the same character he played in some other John Ford comedies.
And even when he played in detective mysteries like McHugh, he was John Wayne.
Dude, that's just John Wayne all the way.
That's just John Wayne.
Don't you sass me, you limey prick. But John Wayne, still, I give him credit as an actor because he really could pull a performance even when he's playing himself because he had to be believable. And that's what makes some actors, movie actors in particular, such good actors.
The number of credits,
personal.
The number of credits John Wayne had was amazing. If you've never seen all his credits laid out and the number of films he was in.
Also, another great performance by him, absolutely one of my favorites, was The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance with Jimmy Stewart.
I got that.
Oh yeah,
oh my God, when it's finally revealed he's dead, and you finally know the story of what really happened. Yeah. But Jimmy Stewart didn't shoot that guy. John Wayne saved his ass, saved him from being killed. And of course,
spoilers for those that've never seen it.
Fuck him.
The
movie's 67 years old.
No excuse for not having been out a while.
I'm not even forgiving after 2 weeks. If a movie has been out and you've not gone to see it in 2 weeks, I'm not going to fucking do shit for you. I'm not going to change my life for you. I'll do it for 1 fucking week. 2 weeks? Nah, that's a bridge too far for me, my friend.
That's pushing it.
That is a bridge too fucking far. But John Krasinski, I fucking love this guy. I fell in love with him not because of The Office, even though I really enjoyed him. But 13 Hours sold me on his ability to play something more than just the comedy.
He was not Jim. He was not Jim.
He was not Jim in that, but it's still him. It's still good. John Krasinski, because Jim is John Krasinski, but it's the affable version of him. Yeah, but when you see 13 Hours, that is the darker side of him, and I love that fucking movie.
That's part of the reason why he was up for the role of Steve Rogers.
I think he's perfect for the part because Steve Rogers, no matter how much of a dick he is, he's an affable character, and he always was good looking, and Johnny Storm loved him. So did Sue Storm. There's a reason. And I thought,
you mean Reed Richards?
Guffin.
I was talking. He was up for the role of Steve Rogers originally.
Oh, Captain America?
Yeah.
I guess I could see it.
He's that kind of guy.
He's very affable.
Yes, he is.
He don't got the look, man.
Well, he would have worked out.
I'd have to see it before I could give you I have trouble seeing it. And I kind of agree with you.
His fucking ears poke out. He got a big nose. Nah, that's not big ears, Captain America. Big nose. Come on, man. Fuck.
You need somebody that looks like Captain America. Man. So, but as Reed Richards, I think he's perfect for the part. He's affable. And Reed Richards, despite his dickish, is an affable person. Popular, charming.
Yeah.
But the thing is he's aware of the fact that he's the smartest person in the room, and his willingness to make decisions without consulting others is his shortcoming. It always was. And it's going to lead to problems. And I'm hoping that that's the Reed Richards we get with him.
Well, yeah. And whoever you cast playing Sue has to be someone that...
I'm hoping it's his wife because I think she's perfect.
She has to be, she is, in my opinion, the really the focus as far as the public is concerned. She is the face of the Fantastic Four.
Well, she is the central character, and everybody is interacting with her. And
that's right.
The two characters that I personally have always felt were going through the most were Sue Storm and Ben Grimm, because Ben Grimm was transformed into something grotesque.
Yeah.
And she was transformed into something unseen. And this is like something that girls psychologically fear when they're younger. Mm-hmm. Being seen or being unseen.
Yep.
It's so weird that they fear both. Mm-hmm. Tell me I'm wrong there, because I had sisters.
Not at all.
My sisters were always like, "What look pretty," but at the same time, they don't want to be noticed too much. And
with the Ben Grimm thing, I think we think is good. I mean, he always walks around with a heart on, right?
That is just, he's rock hard.
Yeah, there you go.
He's rock hard. I never thought about that. He showed us 24. That.
But let's go into this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of this, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to power drive that. I bet you will.
John Krasinski is the perfect Reed Richards for the Fantastic Four. And once again, this is Joy Lynn. And will be immediately cast if fans had their way. This isn't anything new. However, the cries became louder over the weekend following and this contains spoilers, that he's in there. Yeah, we know that. Most of us saw the fucking movie because we don't fucking wait months to see the fucking movie and expect the world to kowtow to us for not having seen it. It's on you, people. See the fucking movie.
He means it, everybody.
Stop expecting people. This is my problem with woke people. Stop expecting others to bend to your fucking will. That's why I don't like you woke fuckers.
Or to pay for your movie ticket since you broke and shit, right?
Yes. You watch it illegally. That's how you do it.
Katie.
And we all know some people watched it that way. Just saying.
To be real, well, fucks all this up, man. I'm gonna tell you, boy, this Doctor Strange movie really fucked up some shit. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. All right, people want this guy for this Fantastic Four movie, but I don't give a fuck what variant or variation. I heard he was the original. Wasn't he the original fucking?
I don't know. I didn't hear what version he was.
Man, I heard. From what I gathered, he was the Kevin fucking Feige, original.
Dude, and Disney, dude, they could not allow him to be a good character. He had to die a stupid fucking death at the hands of a female.
Yeah, but at the same time, how you gonna kill the original fucking Mr. Fantastic?
I don't know, man.
So it's like, okay, so basically, whatever the fuck we're gonna get in the future is gonna be a variant of that motherfucker that just got murdered in Doctor Strange 2.
Hopefully, it'll be a smarter.
Oh, come on, man! That shit the bed. So, but the thing is, people were waiting.
What did I say? Phase 4 was Feige shitting the bed.
Man, people were awaiting his return to see him fucking oblitterated before their eyes in this fucking movie.
And then on top of that, the guy.
And then when we get Anson Mount.
Hold on. He spoiled the power of Black Bolt, telling her what he's going to do. It's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen. Smartest guy in the fucking room did that. Yeah. They shit all over. They shit all over Reed Richards. I love.
I mean, it's kind of like an old movie trope when where the villain fucking spills, how his fucking plans. It's the good guy saying, "Hey, my friend here is gonna fucking blah blah blah," and then all of a sudden, he gets fucked up because the cat's out the bag. Dude, look, we were getting fucking comic book accurate.
Semi-accurate.
I'm just saying, man. You know what? Look, we're not gonna get Black Bolt in the costume. I don't give a fuck if they do bring Anson Mount back for another the real fucking
Inhumans.
Inhumans, exactly. I'm about to say Eternals. Yeah, Inhumans. That's why I didn't say shit. I was like, I'd rather just say the stylist before I fuck that up. Hey, look, I'm telling you, look, we get him with the shits on the head. Keith know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the tuning fork.
Yeah,
I always.
And he got.
I know. I feel you. I feel you, man. I feel you.
What was the big bulldog's name? I forget its name. It had the tuning fork.
Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Guess what? Lockjaw is going to be in one of the Disney Plus series.
Oh yeah,
without the rest
Marvel.
They've lost.
Yeah, Ms. Marvel.
Look, Here he
I'm
comes.
Sorry. They've completely lost me. I will not watch anything else. They
no
have done
bullshit.
Too much debating and switching. That Moon Knight was their last chance. That was their last chance.
Nah.
Either we get a new regime, or I'm not watching the shit anymore. I'm done.
And now we know why DC and David Zaslav are so important. Warner Brothers is about to have a massive
changes they
turnaround.
make at Warner Brothers are going to have an impact. But let me read this real quick. John Krasinski is even ready to jump on the idea and is looking forward to working with Marvel Studios head honcho Kevin Feige again. He said, "Wow, that's a cool idea. It's so interesting because I'm such a huge fan of Marvel. I think they do their own. I don't know where this is going, but it should go towards that's what the article is about.
He's already
the whole article's about him jumping in because we lost the director. He either got fired or he stepped away. We don't know the truth. And he could potentially direct. And if he directs, I do predict it'll be his wife that plays Sue Storm.
Which would be great.
So, but I think we've torn this shit apart right now. We know exactly where 24 Keith and I stand, but Arwen, do you have an opinion on this?
On what specifically? On him
John
directing
Krasinski.
or playing?
John Krasinski as Reed Richards.
I love that. I love the idea. The only thing, is I do want to piggyback a little bit on what 24 said. This is the problem when you get into, we're just going to blow all these universes open and you've got, this Reed Richards and that Reed Richards and that Reed Richards back there. I mean, you do. Was this the original? What happens to the original? It's just, it is so overdone.
Well, this is what happens when you start picking too randomly from different properties or versions.
Yeah, it gets so convoluted. But yes, to keep it short, I'd look forward to it. I think he'd be great as both. And I think Emily Blunt would be fantastic as Sue Storm because they've got a great on-screen chemistry together.
Would she be fantastic as Mrs. Fantastic?
I do believe she would be fantastic as Mrs. Fantastic. Yes.
All right, moving on.
Amy Schumer.
That's a great way to make you want to throw up.
Have her blonde hair
all Sue Storm would do is walk around talking about how nasty her vagina is. That's all she would do.
She's so gross. I fucking hate her.
Look, I got the clip. My thing is. Hang on, I gotta undo this and then I'll come back. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm oh, you're blurred. Yeah, you're out of focus. Look at that. She's an old movie star. She's in soft focus.
Just call me Elizabeth Taylor,
there you
y'all.
Get soft filter on her.
With the 5 layers of soft filter.
There you go.
Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange 2 to smash $400 million on opening weekend. This could mean that they're headed straight towards $1 billion. It very well could be global.
Opening weekend, but didn't opening weekend already happen?
Yeah.
Well.
So what's the numbers?
This was done May 8th. Well, let's go check it out. Let's go check it out real quick. Let's open up Box Office Mojo.
Mojo.com.
Because from what I've seen, I'm not sure. But hopefully, Mikey's on point.
Okay, here we are.
Wow.
Domestic, it's almost at 200 million. Internationally, it's over 200 million.
That's my point, Keith. That's
what?
I mean, basically, Doctor Strange just crept up behind and B-slapped the Batman.
Oh, no question about it.
And that's a surprise. Stomp on vengeance. Come on now.
Curb stomp vengeance. Yeah.
So here we are.
That's a T-shirt.
Right there. I didn't catch it. What was that? I was reading.
Say it again, Arwen. Only you can say it.
Stomp on vengeance.
I still couldn't understand you. What is it?
Stomp on vengeance. That's all
stomp?
Batman said. Stomp, stompy stomp, because he was so damn loud and heavy. He's supposed to be stealth, and he stomp on vengeance. That's all I got out of that boring ass movie. I'm sorry. Oh, and the penguin bitch slapped him for not knowing Spanish. That sums it up right there.
Yeah, that was a fucking dumb scene. Even though I got to tell you, the penguin was great in that scene. It just shows what terrible fucking directors. I mean, detectives.
Yeah.
That those two were. People go, I really like the detective aspect of the story. I said, what detective story? There's no detective work in there.
You get better detective work out of Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
I fully expected Bruce to just turn around and go, no swiper, no swiping, no swiper, no swiping. Let's use the map. Come on, let's use the map.
It's at 400 million globally. And growing. So, what do we think, man? Do you guys think it's going to make $1 billion?
Worldwide? Are we talking world or just talking?
Yeah, worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
Really?
I think it's going to have one heck of a drop off. Okay, I do. It'll be a challenge.
Going into what, the fourth week or earlier?
Yeah, I look. I don't believe this particular movie has the legs to
Well, it's
match.
also getting really mixed reviews, even though it's got a really nice score for audience score. Because you don't pay attention to critic scores, pay attention to audience scores. It's got a really good. It was at 89% last time I checked. So it could conceivably hit it.
If between now and a month from now, if all the films released between now and a month from now are not good, Doctor Strange could easily just like
and we're moving into the movie summer. We're coming up on into school, time for the big boys to drop, and we'll see what happens. I think you might be right, because if it gets another big film coming out right now that's good, it would kill it in the theater. Just absolutely.
Well, the big one is Jurassic World,
which I'm not looking forward to, because look, unless somebody kills that little bitch for releasing those dinosaurs at the beginning of the fucking movie.
Yeah,
she's cost human beings their lives by releasing those dinosaurs.
Yeah,
she's a little fucking monster. And,
she feels nothing. That's the thing about it. It's like, well, I'm gonna go around and help, but look. Oh, it's like you're not cowering in a corner after costing people their lives.
And I like Colin Trevorrow. I like him.
I do like Colin Trevorrow. I do
not plan to see this movie because I hated the ending of this last one. I mean, this last film he did, I'm glad it made bucks, but god damn, it was stupid.
It's all right, Gary. I'll watch it for you, and I'll give you spoilers.
It was so
you don't
dumb.
give a shit about spoilers.
I really hate bad writing. I really do, and I expect better from Colin Trevorrow.
Right.
I mean, his Star Wars script was so fucking good, and then he makes that movie.
It was tops. It would have been one of the best Star Wars movies ever if they had made his script.
If they had made his,
it would have corrected,
saved the sequel
All of it.
trilogy.
It would have saved the sequel trilogy and been everybody's favorite movie.
But Kathleen Kennedy. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about this earlier. 35 minutes were cut from Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange 2. These 35 minutes could reveal more cameos. Well, we were expecting Superior Iron Man, and we didn't get him. And I think it's in the cut.
Yeah. I was expecting Kang.
Kang too. Exactly. Yeah. So
I think that.
Oh wait, who wrote this? Hold on. Edwin Francisco and Mikey Sutton wrote this article. Let me get a little bit of this out. Director Sam Raimi reveals that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness has 35 minutes of deleted scenes. With all the possibilities of the multiverse, we knew that Sam Raimi was filming until the last minute. Marvel Studios even extended his reshoots. Once again, he was shooting because they were reshoots. His original film was in the can. The film he wanted to make.
Uh-oh. What's that, DVD? Blu-ray?
I don't think we'll ever see it.
Yeah, they don't release that stuff at Disney. That's the downside with all the Disney and Marvel
they
stuff.
Control it. We'll never see
Sam
Raimi's movie. Because I said the problem with the film is so uneven because there were scenes that felt like Sam Raimi and there were filmed scenes that felt like Disney Feige, not Raimi. But anyway, the deletion of scenes is inevitable with any movie. Any filmmaker goes through this. Even the recent Matt Reeves' The Batman had to delete a scene with the Joker. It didn't add to the story. Directors and studios have to remove scenes to stay focused. I don't know if that's why they did it. They may have the way they run things. Too many men is what I suspect is what caused it. There's too many men. We got to get
too
rid
many
of
chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yeah,
No. Too many men. Too many males.
Too many males in the film. So the MCU has to have a specific number of males, and those males need to be easy.
Male to female ratio.
Yeah, well, it's a female to male ratio. It's like Star Trek.
That's probably more accurate.
Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. Spock, in one of the dumbest dialogue scenes in the episode with Pike on the turbo lift, heading to the bridge, opens the turbo lift. They walk out in the first shot, full shot of the bridge. All you see are females at every fucking station. Mm-hmm. Then the camera changes and we see a black dude over on the where Scotty would normally be.
And then
and I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, wait. So at the comm, both of the people sitting at the comm are wearing red.
The helmsman and the weapons person were both females. On top of that, to the immediate left was a female security officer with a phaser next to Spock, finally, when he moved to a science station. And then on top of that, a security officer is also the number one.
Right. And then
because he didn't pick his number one, it was picked for him. I fucking hated that opening scene on the bridge. I was like, why are you doing this? This is Kurtzman. This has nothing to do with telling a story. This is all and then you look at the fucking poster. Have you seen the poster? There are 5 women on the poster, and there are 2 aliens, both male, I think. Mm-hmm. And then you have the Doctor and Pike as the human males. On top of that, the only characters on that poster with weapons are females.
What about the black guy?
Well, the black guy, the Doctor. He's
in Vega.
Yeah, I like his character, by the way.
True.
He's such an interesting character. I'm like, oh, he's got a backstory with Pike. All right,
and trauma.
That's the kind of thing I like because I enjoyed Pike. But I had so many problems with this fucking episode. I mean, Jesus Christ, they got a captain, fucking Pike. Okay, a female captain having a relationship with him. She's got her uniform. Clearly, has brushed her hair and brushed it over her fucking Starfleet emblem. I'm like, Starfleet is the military branch of the Federation. It is still military. You do not allow hair over your fucking rank insignias or your fucking emblems like on your shoulders or wherever they put it. That's absolutely a gig. You will get fucking gig for that. She's a captain and she did that. Somebody said to me, well, she had just gotten up. I said, she had brushed her hair.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. She did it for cosmetics. You know what I'm saying?
That's bullshit. That's a stupid excuse.
I mean, but before that, her shit was like shredded wheat. You know what I'm saying? So,
it was all like all over the place.
You know what? We should do a whole episode where we just sort of dismantle all that Star Trek stuff. But let's get back to the MCU.
Well, with Sam Raimi, I would like to see what was cut, but the problem is this isn't going to be the footage from the first cut he did. Again, Disney's going to fucking control this. They're going to muscle it. We're never going to see what he actually made. So I am excited about this. I would like to see the additional stuff. I predict that it's mostly because it's male, and that's why I got pulled.
Well,
I was very disappointed. He was great in the film, by the way. I forget his character's name. God, I freaking
Wong.
Oh, fuck! I love that guy.
Hey man, look. If you love him, you should have seen him in the original Doctor Strange movie back in the 70s.
Oh, I've seen that.
No, did you like Wong's part in there?
You got to be honest. I don't even remember it, man. I just remember the dude with the curly hair playing the doctor.
Well, this particular actor, whose real name is also Benedict, was fantastic in the series Deadly Class because he ran the school for assassins.
That dumb show you liked.
I haven't.
Oh, ouch!
Shade.
I couldn't. I tried watching it and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not for me.
No,
I'm terrified of the next season of Umbrella Academy because if she cannot, I mean, if they make her what she is in real life, it's like, are we not actors anymore?
Yeah.
Are we just not actors that you can only play what you are in real life? I thought this is about performances. So I'm terrified. If they do that, I'm out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to play that kind of politics. I think it's stupid to do that. I think it's insulting to everybody's intelligence, including, but unbeknownst to the actors who do it. They have no idea that they're being insulted playing this part that way. I cannot stand.
I mean, shit, but maybe they do and they don't give a fuck. They're like, yo, I'm just getting that movie check, so I don't give a damn.
That's a good point. Shut up, 24. Shut up. Don't argue.
What it comes down to, it's cheap though. It's really cheap.
I really don't like it. I really have a problem, and it's something I talked to Paulie about today over on Twitter because I just forgot the name of the show, the Latino show that he's been watching.
Caramba.
No, it's got home in the name. It's about a family. Shut up, 24.
Selena?
What?
It got canceled. This major show got canceled. I said, this is my problem with virtue signaling in Hollywood is most of these people prefer the quick ones where they can have a character in the background. See, look, the person's gay. That's transgender. That's fluid. This is Latino. This is a woman instead of a man. Thanks, Keith.
Oh.
Gay Gary.
Latinx, huh? That's
well, I can't help it. I can't help it. I don't know if it's. Hold on a second. Yeah, there it is. I'm gay for this show. Everybody knows I'm gay for this show. But when it comes to this show, I'm a power bottom.
Thank you for sharing, Gary.
But the fact is, they canceled this show that it had the viewership. I don't understand whether. And besides that, sometimes if you have such an important show, you should stand behind it and push to give it another chance, give it another season. Nobody stood behind this show. They walked away from it. The studios, and this is my problem. They will back up a show when it gets them points. And then they walk away to go on to the next one that'll get them points. And there's no, what's the word I'm looking at? Veracity with these people. They have no balls, no stomach. They don't have what it takes to stand behind something. They love the virtue signal when they launch it, but then immediately walk away from it and leave it alone and let it die. And I went into that in a long diatribe, and they liked what I said, because I fucking hate virtue signaling, man. It's so fake. It's not real. It's not. It's all about popularity. Make me popular. And fuck that shit. I didn't like it in high school. I don't like it with Hollywood. But you know, what can I say?
You know what really grinds my gears?
Now you know.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
God.
But this next one I'm excited about because we've been talking about Sam Raimi. And this looks cool to me. And this is our last story. Sam Raimi reveals possible new Darkman movie. Which, before the show, we were talking about the fact that when he says that, we know he would drop this project in a heartbeat if he got offered The Shadow.
Yep.
Which I think everybody here would love to fucking see. A horror version of The Shadow.
Full
Well,
Raimi.
that's
full frontal
well,
Raimi. Let's
Full
do
frontal
it.
Raimi.
that's where Darkman comes from. Darkman wasn't that script.
Well, he wanted to
came.
do Batman and he wanted to do The Shadow and he couldn't do either.
Yeah, and so he created this.
You know, it's funny. Remember DMX?
Oh yeah.
You know, DMX stands for Darkman X.
Really?
Yeah, if you look it up.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah,
That's
so basically,
fucking cool.
he loved this shit, and basically, he looked into this character and it kind of like what it meant, you know, to him, and he ended up calling himself Darkman X after Darkman. That's why he's called DMX.
That's fucking cool, dude. That is so fucking cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But this article is by Edwin Francisco. Dr. Strange, he's going to, I got a feeling, I'm predicting, he's going to tell us who people are, characters are, and the backstory of them, even though we don't need that. You watch. I like Edwin, but he does this. He does this with articles. It stretches his articles out. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, director Sam Raimi shares the possible return of the first superhero, Darkman. Spider-Man 2002 is not Sam Raimi's first foray into the superhero genre. Raimi first made Darkman. Darkman was Sam Raimi's superhero debut back in 1990. We're being redundant here.
Man.
In fact, it's his own creation. Darkman is based on his own short stories that were more of a tribute or homage to classic horror films. This is also Liam Neeson's first starring role after a little more than a decade in the film industry. And I was already a fan of his because of some of the Aussie films he had done. In the film, Liam Neeson plays Dr. Peyton Westlake.
Yeah.
He's a scientist developing synthetic skin to help burn victims. An incident. Here we go. Here he goes. He's giving us the full synopsis. There we go. Takes his revenge. Don't need to read this. This is just the script. You know, the synopsis. We don't need that.
Well,
Darkman was a modest success. It didn't reach the same levels of Batman, which came out a year before, but it was successful enough to justify some direct-to-video sequels, which I enjoyed them, but they're not as good as the first one because Liam Neeson was the shit.
Hey, let me ask you this: they had like what? They went up to number 4, didn't they? If I'm not mistaken,
they did 3. I think they only did 3. I could be wrong, but I only remember 3. The last one being Darkman, Darkman, Die. I think that was the third one.
Yo.
Yeah, I think they only had 3 movies ultimately.
You think so?
And I think they.
If only we had the ability to go somewhere and look to find out.
IMDb is what I would call it.
Yep, there's 3 movies.
Yeah.
3 movies. Here, I'm going to show
There's
it
only
to you.
3?
Right there. Yep, 3.
Oh,
and
shit.
The last one was with Fahey. Die Dark
With
Man
who?
Die. Jeff Fahey.
What the fuck is that?
And Vosloo.
That's actor.
Reprised the
It's a
role
who, not a
of
what.
Darkman, Westlake. And in this movie, I always liked this. Larry Drake, God rest his soul, I loved him as Dr. Giggles. Because that was a scary fucking movie he did.
Good. Yeah, he was good.
And he, of course, is the villain. I think he was the villain in Darkman, and then he comes back to reprise the role for Darkman 2.
Of Durant.
Of Durant, yeah.
Yeah, he was the villain's main henchman. and he died in the first movie, but then they brought him back, and yeah. Well, this was
film. We had Vosloo again as Darkman Westlake, and then we brought in Jeff Fahey to play the part
as the
of
villain.
the new villain. And
who
Fahey's
is
really
that?
good at playing bad guys. He really is.
Actor Jeff
There's something
Fahey.
about his face
Yeah,
that just pisses people off.
I mean, is he famous? I've never seen him before. What does he look like?
Jeff Fahey is a famous character actor who did a lot of incredible stuff in a lot of genre.
Well, first of all, this is
in the late
Arnold
80s
Vosloo.
into the 90s.
Y'all got a picture of him?
Hold on. Vosloo is the Mummy. He played.
He was the Mummy.
He played the Darkman in the other two films. Vosloo, and then
there he is.
There's Jeff Fahey.
Jeff Fahey's right there.
And Jeff Fahey, I think his best known role was as one of the bad guys in Silverado.
Oh, I was just gonna say Lost. He was in Lost.
But he was also in Lawnmower Man. He was
Yep.
also in Lawnmower Man.
Okay.
This is Fahey's CG. There's CG Jeff Fahey right there.
Oh shit! He's the fucking Lawnmower Man.
Yep, there he is. Here he is.
That movie was weird as shit.
Yeah, it was. And it is not based on the book. The name is the only thing that has anything to do with
the name is the only thing.
The story.
But, as far as superhero films go with Sam Raimi, while Darkman was his first, his second was Mantis.
Yeah, made for TV. I really enjoyed that. And I was disappointed, and I'm sure it wasn't Sam Raimi that made the decision to change the main character.
Yeah, Fox did it. Fox forced him to do it.
We can't have a black scientist creating shit.
We can't have him too smart. We gotta make sure to bring in a white guy in a wheelchair.
Safe and not.
I mean, fuck. I mean, they did it for Terminator, right?
They did it for that. They did it also for Steel. The Superman related character Steel.
Oh, you talking about
I'm going to say this again.
Yeah.
They need to just completely, because they've not started production. They need to quash this fucking Superman movies that they're wanting to do and get Michael B. Jordan to play Steel. We deserve a proper adaptation of fucking Steel. We've never had it.
Well, I mean,
and we need it.
They have an almost perfect version on Superman and Lois, and they gave him a stupid
and then they
backstory.
Fucked it up. Yep, the backstory's all fucked up.
And it's just like, man, why did you do that? Why did you do? We can't have that
hence
stuff.
Why I still stand by. We have never gotten a proper version of Steel. We need it. I think people need to understand how cool a character he was, why he existed, and that he is not Clark Kent. We're not race swapping.
No,
he came about because of the death of Superman.
John Henry Irons.
Yep. John Henry Irons.
He's a smart guy. And when they made the movie version, they gave it that Shaquille O'Neal movie is what that is. Except that in that version, his version of John Henry Irons is not that smart. That's the reason why you needed a woman to come in a wheelchair who invented everything.
I'm John Henry Steele.
I'm
Steele. Just call me Steele.
You fucking Shaq cannot fucking act. It's like,
damn. I was just, I was thinking about the Mantis.
Mantis was great, dude. It
but
didn't get a chance. When they did the series, they fucked the formula that made the movie.
Oh, well, it's a formula they kept going because they used it in the recent Black Lightning series. Hey, let's have a character about a man of color who's able to go out and he has powers and he can do stuff.
The episode. I'm like,
but now he needs a suit to contain his powers. And in the comics, all he did was put on a shirt and a pair of pants and went out and fought stuff. We got to make it like technical, so we're gonna bring in a white guy who's really gonna create everything. And it's just like, man, we can't even have that.
They fuck up everything, man.
Unless you just want to go the other direction, be like, fuck it. We could talk to Mantis like the old Kung Fu movie where he was like,
oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah.
And of course, I was going to bring this up earlier.
A log, and he grabbed the log like this, he was fucking that log up. And that's what I'm talking about right now.
My go-to phrase now, if I don't like something, I say their kung fu was weak. and I did it the other day. I went,
love
Kung Fu was weak. But anyway, our last thing to cover is dealing with Lucasfilm. Disney. I'm sorry, you can't say Lucasfilm anymore. It's Disney Lucasfilm.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because you said this last thing was the last thing we were going to cover.
Yeah, this is the last thing. Yeah, we're done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Ian McDiarmid confirms that Emperor Palpatine's return in Disney Plus series. We know that. We know Darth Vader's there. We've seen it now with the latest trailer. And it really fucking irks me to some degrees. But I know that this is going to be a bait and switch. And we heard from Drunk 3PO.
Ooh.
He released that.
About a day or two ago. Yeah.
He released the leak, which is, and if you don't want to hear this leak, because it's a possible real serious spoiler, you need to walk away. Go ahead, don't watch our show. We want you to watch the show, but you
do earmuffs.
So basically, but come back in like 3 minutes. We'll be done talking about this. So the leak is that that it's all about the female. What do you call her? The hunter of Jedis. I forget what they're called. Interrogators.
Hold on. Let me give you my shock face.
The story is about her, and that she is sent to kill Luke Skywalker and the family. And I don't know how that's even possible without Vader finding out. And that she changes her mind and lies to Palpatine or whoever's in charge. And I'm assuming Palpatine that Vader. she killed them, and the Emperor believes that she's lying and kills her. And I'm like, that just sounds dumb. That really sounds like somebody who doesn't know how to fucking write a story.
Vader, we have not found the child.
What is Kenobi doing all this time? Who knows?
So, and I believe that that's what the Emperor is going to be there to deal with that.
Oh!
And to deal with the fact that it is true that at this point, Darth Vader is still a student, a learner, which he refers to with his meeting on the Death Star with Obi Wan, when he says, "The last time we met, I was still a learner. Now I am the master." And so I'm like, it's really, they're really stretching it. Because I know that in that, when he says that, he's referring to the fact that he was his Padawan. And I know that, you know that. But they're going to use these fights that take place in this new series. And once again, this is all about member berries. It's all about member berries. And I love this guy. Ian McDiarmid's a great actor. He was wonderful as the Emperor. He was wonderful as Palpatine before he became the Emperor. He is so menacing and evil. And nothing he could do, even though he was wonderful in this fucking movie, nothing could save this fucking movie. Nothing.
Well, not even the fact that he's doing scenes with Matt Smith, but Matt Smith's parts were all cut out. So
yeah, I know. So can't have a boy in there. You got to have a girl.
Yeah, can't have a guy in there that's dangerous.
Yeah, you know.
Wow.
I tell you, man.
Matt Smith still got paid though.
So Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian season 2. We all know about that. We've got some interesting stuff coming in, stuff from the expanded universe that's coming into this. But I got to be honest, I've given up on it. Boba Fett was the last insult from Kathleen Kennedy I will fucking take.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will watch The Mandalorian because I still have a bit of faith in Jon Favreau. But with her control, with her grip, her imperial grip on Star Wars, I just don't think it's going to end up being very good.
Imperial grip on the nuts of Star Wars.
Yeah, so no, man. It's just I just 6
I feel the same
2 622. What the fuck is that?
That's when the real stuff begins. The Orville returns, June 6th.
Yes, real Star Trek.
Real Star Trek.
Yes. Yeah.
Because look, I'm going to continue watching Strange New Worlds. I may have to fast forward through scenes that annoy me, just to get to the scenes with Pike. Because I will watch anything with Anson Mount in it because he's so.
Anson Mount
awesome.
Really is the only person acting like he's in a Star Trek series.
He's acting like he's a real character.
Yeah.
The rest of them are like, did
Well,
I do good? Did I preach?
With the exception of the whole "I saw my own death" thing, everything's good. But that whole thing doesn't make any sense because in reality, Pike doesn't really die. He just is trapped in his own body. And
Well,
he
that's
goes
the
to
thing.
the
Is
ultimate
he's trapped in his
retirement
own body.
home.
It's called locked-in syndrome.
He's like, he's
stuck
in his Professor
wheelchair
X chair.
Yeah, exactly.
It blinks once for yes, two for no. In the fucking 24th century, that was the technology they figured would happen. Once for yes, two for no. So I think that, look, getting fucked up, because he's not dead. He thinks, and that's just it. I think he misinterpreted what he saw.
Well, of course.
But the fact is, he sees what's going to happen to him. And
because of Klingon time crystals.
Yeah, you can't trust Klingon shit, man. Those guys are funky.
Yeah, but Klingon time crystals.
Yeah. Man.
And that's so bad. Even the people that wrote some of the worst B movies of the 80s going, okay, that's even too dumb for me.
How dare you!
Klingon time crystals.
Hey, but do we all agree that Anson Mount's pretty fucking awesome?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's light bulb.
Yep. What do you?
Just the whole thing. I can't.
Arwen, your thoughts? You like Pike?
Yeah, I like Pike.
You like a piece of Pike? Would you? You like a piece of Pike?
Piece of Pike. Here's
this is Arwen and Anson Mount right here.
Wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I want to thank my panel. This has been a great show. My guest host, my co-host in this show. What a fun episode. And we got it done in under an hour and a half. I love that too. I want to get him closer to an hour. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to leave it as this is a great episode. We did really well.
No,
and sadly, though, I didn't have Sil here to fuck with and shit on. And I didn't really shit on Arwen too much today. I feel like I'm not quite me right now. I think it's because Sil's not here. It makes me sad. But we're going to have a talk with Sil and see if we can work this out because I just don't want to. I don't want to. I mean, we're going to continue doing the show because I think this is an important show. I think what we're talking about is important. But I want Sil still involved. I really do. And I know everybody else here does too. But until next week.
Well, bye.
And we're out of here.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon for updates on our shows and channel. Also, please leave a comment, and we'd like to know what you thought of the episode, as well as letting us know if there's something you'd like us to cover in a future episode. Don't forget that you can become a member of Pop Culture Minefield now. Make sure to visit our membership page and merch store at popcultureminefield.com. You can always find Pop Culture Minefield on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch.
Thank you.
What's going on? I've been at the house.
I get my own lawyer.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yeah.
All right, let's get this going.
No, now you want to record. I got you.
Yeah, I'm recording now.
Yeah, I know.
Scoop zone.
It's 24/7.